Sup guys, it's Alex here, and welcome to another Bracketology update video. Before we go ahead and get started, this hopefully might be that last time that I make this introduction. Back in mid-January, YouTube sent out an email to all the YouTube creators about the new YouTube partnership program and just talking about all that stuff. And to remain a YouTube partner, I need 4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12 months, which I already have. But I need 1,000 subscribers by February 20th, which is next Tuesday. Right now is the 15th. It is a Thursday, so we have 5 more days to go get those 1,000 subscribers. And right now we are at 978. Whenever I started this thing, I think we were at like 720, so I can't thank you guys enough. As always, if you're new here, please subscribe. I'm doing a NCAA tournament ticket giveaway. If I reach the 1,000 subscribers by February 20th, then I'll be giving away a ticket to any of the first round sites, depending on what your favorite team is and where you are, the closest location is to you and stuff like that. It'll be on Twitter and stuff like that. There will be more details to come in a future video if I get those 1,000 subscribers by Tuesday. So make sure you go and subscribe if you're new. If you've already been subscribed, please try to get your friends to subscribe. And so let's go ahead and get right into it. Thank you guys for all the effort they've been putting in so far. Let's go ahead and get right into this bracketology. So the last one came out on Monday, and since then there's been a few upsets. Villanova is down to the number 3 overall seed after losing at Providence. Clemson remains a 3 after losing to Florida State. Kentucky is now down to a 9 seed after losing 4 straight games. Arkansas is now an 11 seed. Texas is now on the bubble right there, as you can see. They're a 12 seed along with UCLA. Gonzaga is also there. Arizona State's down to an 8 seed. Vermont's up to a 12. Just a couple changes like that, and just a quick update on the bubble. Oh, by the way, Missouri is now up to a 7 seed. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NCAA right now, in my opinion. Last 4 byes are Virginia Tech, Providence, Kansas State, and Washington. Last 4 in are NC State, Texas, UCLA, and USC. Those are the playing games. First 4 out, the first team out is St. Bonaventure, followed by Nebraska, which is a surprise, Syracuse, and Baylor. And then the next 4 out are Boise State, Temple, Utah, and Western Kentucky. Those teams have some work to do. And as always, if you guys have been subscribed to me, you know that I create a bracket on Brackify.com. The link for this will be in the description for you guys to vote. What I do is that I take Joe Lunardi's Bracketology and I make it into a bracket that you guys can vote. Do your own stuff with on Brackify.com. The link for this to vote will be in the description for you guys to go ahead and do. So let's go and get right into it. I'll be getting just a couple quick thoughts and analysis based off of the matchups, and we'll go from there. We'll see who turns out to be the champion based off of who I pick. So we got Virginia beating Wagner. That's pretty obvious. Seton Hall, I think, will beat Nevada. Then I got West Virginia beating Vermont, though I can see a lot of people picking Vermont in this situation. So then after that, we have Tennessee beating Louisiana Lafayette. Miami, Florida will beat Arkansas. Texas Tech will beat Belmont. Then I think that Alabama will beat Providence, even though Providence had just beaten Villanova. Cincinnati will beat Florida Gulf Coast. Purdue will beat Kansas, or however you say their name. I think Kentucky will find a way to turn it around. They'll beat Butler. New Mexico State will pull off the upset here against Wichita State. I'm a believer in New Mexico State this season. I think they'll be able to pull off a couple upsets. Then Arizona will beat South Dakota State with Mike Daum. St. Mary's will beat Washington. North Carolina will beat Montana. Texas A&M will beat Virginia Tech. Kansas will beat UC Santa Barbara. Xavier will beat the winner of the playing game right there between Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Nichols. Then Florida State will beat Arizona State. I think Loyola Chicago, if they can shut down Trae Young like a lot of teams have been doing, I think they'll be able to beat Oklahoma and move on there. Ohio State will beat Buffalo. Then we got, 4 people have picked Middle Tennessee to upset Michigan. Nobody's picked Michigan. I'll be the first one. I think Michigan moves on there. Clemson beats Charleston. Creighton will beat Houston. Then Auburn will beat UNC Asheville. Then we got Villanova moving on there. And then in the 8 versus 9, we got Louisville and TCU. I think Louisville moves on. Rhode Island and the winner of UCLA and Texas. We got Rhode Island moving on. I think Texas will beat UCLA, but then fall to Rhode Island. Gonzaga will beat East Tennessee State. Florida will beat the winner of USC and NC State, which I think will be NC State. Michigan will beat Northern Kentucky. Missouri will beat Kansas State. And then Duke will beat Bucknell. And then for a spot in the Sweet 16, we have Virginia beating Seton Hall, though somebody has picked Seton Hall already. I think Tennessee will beat West Virginia. Texas Tech will beat Miami, Florida. Wow, 2 people have picked Alabama to beat Cincinnati. Nobody's picked Cincinnati moving on to the Sweet 16. I'll be the first one to pick them. I got Cincinnati moving on. And as much as I want to pick Kentucky, I'm a huge Kentucky fan. There's no way they're going to beat Purdue in this matchup. Arizona will beat New Mexico State. North Carolina will beat St. Mary's. Then we got Kansas beating Texas A&M, though most people have picked Texas A&M to move on there. Xavier will beat Florida State. Then Ohio State will beat Loyola Chicago. Clemson will beat Michigan, though nobody's had either of those two teams moving on to the Sweet 16. That's kind of a surprise. Then we got Auburn beating Creighton. Villanova will beat Louisville. And then Rhode Island will beat Gonzaga. Michigan State will beat Florida. Then we got Duke beating Missouri. Then for a spot in the Elite Eight, we have Virginia beating Tennessee. We got Texas Tech beating Cincinnati. I agree with most people there. Purdue will beat Arizona. Then we got, I think that Kansas will beat North Carolina in that matchup. That'll be a good one. I think Ohio State will pull off the victory here against Xavier. Nobody's really picked them to move on. As much as they've been winning so far this season, I just can't get behind them. Then we got Clemson beating Auburn. Then Villanova beating Rhode Island. And then Michigan State beating Duke. Then for a spot in the Final Four, we got Virginia moving on past Texas Tech. Though 3 people have picked Texas Tech to be in the Final Four. That kind of surprises me. And we got Purdue beating Kansas, Ohio State beating Clemson, and we got Michigan State beating Villanova. So in the Final Four for a spot in the national championship game, we got Purdue versus Virginia. I got Virginia moving on there. Then Ohio State and Michigan State, we got Michigan State moving on. And then in the national championship game, we have number 1 overall Virginia versus the number 3 seed. I think that's kind of seeded a bit low in my opinion. With Michigan State. Michigan State's been picked by 2 people to win the national championship. But I got Virginia moving on here. I think Virginia wins the national championship. Their defense will just shut down Miles Bridges and Jaren Jackson. And so, yeah. So go ahead and vote with this link in the description. Make sure you guys comment what you guys think about the bracket, what you guys think about my picks. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you are new. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. You can kind of see me there in the description or in the background of the video. This room has pretty bad lighting. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully we get to 1,000 subscribers by Tuesday. I'll be coming out with 1 or 2 videos on Monday. I haven't decided yet based off of the Bracketology by Joe Lunardi, and then I might be curating one myself. There might be a couple videos coming out this weekend, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.